spirit sings up, now you seem brand new to me. But was that even for? Was you playing your games? Was you really bored? No. I really should've known. We were dynamite till we hit a red light. Didn't see the signs. Oh, after all that time, this is it for us. You don't wanna try. Thought your love was real, but it's not for us. No, you can't decide. Oh, oh, oh. After all this time, this is it for us. After all this time, this is it for us. After all this time, this is it for us. Oh, I really should've known. We were dynamite till we hit a red light. Didn't see the side. Oh, after all that time, this is it for us. You don't wanna try. Thought your love was real, but it's not for us. No, you can't decide. Oh, oh, oh. After all this time, this is it for us.
All right, everybody. Hope you're doing well tonight. Off to a good start to start the evening, and yeah, let's have a good session here and take advantage of the mellow weekend conditions here. Dr. Fizz is up now on the day. Is that what you're saying? Up. But yeah, this scalping early on strategy is using Coinbase order book as a determiner in these conditions is yeah, been pretty solid. So I'm enjoying this new strategy. Now I did down and got up. Yeah, down's looking pretty strong on this one. Might be worthwhile to get in here at the end as well. Maybe a little double dip. Got a really strong order book for asks on top. Somebody's really aggressively throwing bids up on top of the at the head of the ask to drive it down. Pretty thin on the bottom. Only 7 minutes to go. Oops, don't have that on the screen. 963, 30 away. But at the moment, no real sign. Well, here comes some buying energy. Yeah, I don't do that to myself. Should have stayed in longer or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like it's just like made a good decision, got a win, done. I don't even worry about the rest. But yeah, this is pretty strong indicator of down. Let me look at the chart here real quick. Yeah, we're just kind of riding the Bollinger Band on the bottom line. It's been a downtrend for quite a while now, at least 8 hours maybe. 8 hours of down. Down's kind of firmly in control of the situation. Why do you tend to not stay in longer? Well, I do sometimes, but I've seen this market flip around and go in other directions. My strategy is just to grab that 10 cents, um, sometimes 15, sometimes 20. If I'm super confident, and that does happen from time to time, where I'm just like, oh, there's no way that the X will win or Y will lose. I will stay in longer, and I do tend to at the end of the market, like right now. Let's see, 960. Ooh, big jump. There's a good example of why don't you stay in longer? Because of this. because because of this. Yeah. After you get burned enough doing this and the flips that can sometimes happen, yeah, I don't know. That's just my strategy. There's definitely an argument for staying in on a 50-50 strategy all the way to the end. Um, but yeah, that's just not my strategy. I'm trying to ride momentum and seize opportunities as they arise. So Yeah, this is getting a little dynamic here now at the end of this market, so a little iffy. Only 20 away. Like, for example, even though the price is at 91 cents right now and growing, it's not yet at 91 probability. You know, it's there's still a decent chance that it could flip. Um, Unlikely, probably more like 80-20 right now, 85 maybe, but yeah, that's a pretty strong wall of asks sitting there at 2.2, 2.1 Bitcoin, and very thin underneath on the order book for Coinbase. So yeah, I'd say if I didn't already have a win, I would have definitely been in on the down here. But I already got my win on this one, and I'm good with that. So I hope that answers your question. It's just my strategy, you know. And sometimes I do stay in longer, but this is my first market of the session, so it's good to get a win under my belt. And I guess another reason I do that is I'm putting in 22 contracts each time now. So yeah, I've got a lot of capital I'm risking relative to my portfolio. So I want to be somewhat conservative about just grabbing the profit, getting out. But yeah, if I would have stayed into this one, been a lot bigger payday for sure. But yeah, hindsight 2020. So I think it's important to not second guess yourself, stick to your strategy, and you know, we could just as easily be saying right now, "Oh God, I'm glad I got out because it flipped and like I would have lost everything," you know. So, all right, I'm gonna get ready for the next market, and thanks for joining me. Got 8 folks in the room already, and that's wonderful. It's I'm amazed. I've been doing this a little over 2 weeks now, every day for 6 to 8 hours, and I'm amazed how many people show up and how much fun we have. It's been an amazing thing for me, and I'm really excited about where we're going with this. So, all right, let's get ready for the next one.
Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Every breath feels borrowed, but tonight the world's in tune. Old chair hums beneath me, plank boards keep the time. Old chair hums beneath me, plank boards keep the time. If this sound ain't perfect, that's how it's mine. Someone left the radio humming low next door. Someone left the radio humming low next door. Static sings the harmony. I couldn't ask for more. Let the porch light burn uneven, let the shadows play. Yeah, the porch light burn uneven, keep the night from drifting away. If this ain't heaven, it'll do for today. your space, then pull me close. I read your silence, louder than most. One day you're warm, the next day you're cold. Got me second guessing what I already know. I give you love, but you ration yours. You open up just to close the door. I stay up late, trying to read your mind. I can't read your mind, but your love got rules that change all the time. Why are you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin. So why you always halfway in? You hit me up when the nights get slow, but then disappear when the highs get low. I ain't your maybe, tell me what it is, 'cause I'm way too grown to be messing with a love like this. I give you love, but you ration yours. You open up just to close the door. You stay closing doors. I stay up late, trying to read your mind. I can't read your mind, but your love got rules that change all the time. Changing all the time. Why are you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin. So why you always halfway in? Why you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin. So why you always halfway in?
One, two, three, four. Well, I chipped my tooth on a tangerine, and the jaybird singing something about the way things used to be. Now I'm dancing on a wire like a cheap paper tiger, strumming on a heartstring stereo to a song that no one knows, and it goes like this. Hey, hey, yeah, said it goes like this. Say la vie, oh, don't ask me, 'cause it goes like this. Yeah.
Wow, that was nobody selling on that market. Everybody's done with the selling. So as hard as folks are trying to push the price back down, ain't nobody interested in buying at the moment. So yeah, I'll take the loss on that one. That was sucked. That sucked. I suppose it's not over yet, but yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen here. Yeah, I kept waiting. I was like, it's got to go down. I mean, at some point, right? Like, but no, ain't nobody selling. I hit for $11 up. Good for you. Nice win. Good win. Yeah, I don't know. That one was like watching paint dry. It's like just absolutely stuck for 7 minutes of just like, oh my god. There ain't nobody selling right now. Yeah, that was rough. Rough. That's all right. Part of the game. I suppose I should have done a stop loss on that one, but it stayed so close for so long. I was like, I gotta stay in this thing. But yeah, because it's one of those things where it's like, really, there was a moment where if anybody sold like 3 or 4 Bitcoin, any entity decided to unload about, just a little bit of Bitcoin, yeah, that would have been an easy win. So, yeah, didn't happen. That's the risk of this strategy. The good news is, instead of the normal where I'm losing 85, 90, 95 cents a share, this is only 54 cents a share. So I can recover from losses a lot faster. Yo, I love the content. Keep it pushing, y'all. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I lost 45 last night trying to get it back. Well, I hope you do. Slowly but surely. Keep making good trades, smart moves. I felt like I had a smart move there, but I knew that was not. I think if anything, I may just start waiting a little bit longer, because really the end game has a lot more potential to be easy wins in these conditions, if you just are a little patient and wait for the signals of what's going on. We were kind of at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, and let's see where we're at on the chart now. So yeah, it's not a huge surprise that it bounced off there and went up a little bit, but yeah, I thought it might ride down on this downtrend a little bit longer. So yeah, I'm just going to be a little bit more cautious about the down at this moment, because there was a lot of opportunity for people to sell, take bids that were on the board, and they absolutely did not last market. So keeping that in mind. Lost 65 last night. I tell you what, this last week, Monday through Thursday, was rough. I was just break even, and it was a struggle, and I had to work hard to just break even, and I was happy I did. But yeah, it was rough the last 4 days for sure. So let's see now. For whatever reason, Kalshi is sometimes updating the strike automatically. Sometimes it doesn't do it. So like right now, if I look at that order book, I'm like, it's got to go down. Okay, well, there it is, a little bit. somebody finally selling. It is hard to recover. Well, it's one of those things where if you try to get it back too fast, you set yourself up for disaster, continuing disaster. So I think it's a lot about just being patient, letting the opportunity come to you, not forcing the issue. Man, that down seems like dominant. It's got to go down. But it just kind of isn't. I mean, it's kind of a little bit, but God, it looks like it should just drop. Like I said, if somebody comes in and says, I'm going to sell right now, there's very little on the order book for bids. So any kind of sell just like will tank it pretty fast. And there's a lot more asks on the market, so it's going to be harder for it to climb. But that's the trap I fell into last time, so I'm a little more cautious this time. Not sure, but I'm supposed to be. I'm in trading mode, so I'm supposed to be silent mode. So I will be back shortly after I get out of this trade.
Two-tone humming, headed out to the highway. I should have seen it coming through the years left in the dust. But after all the lessons learned, it would end the both of us. There's a first for everything, like a hand holding mine. Now I'm left here with the pain from her I love you goodbye. And though it hurts to watch my whole world become the woman she would be, the thing that I forgot would set her free. I taught her how to leave. In the summer, man, it feels like yesterday, when she was looking out that window on the bus to second grade. The first step she'd ever take, the first cut from a heartbreak. Been through it all, but now it's time to go our separate ways. There's a first for everything, like her hand holding mine. Now
everything, like her hand holding mine. Now I'm left here with the pain from her I love you goodbye. And though it hurts to watch my baby girl become the woman she would be, the thing that I forgot would set her free. I taught her how to leave.
In the morning, I wake up feeling no pain. Long stretches, I get to remembering. Then I see my bed is empty on one side. Back in the sheet, only place I can hide. In the morning, I'm wondering how I'm gonna get through the night. Sick and weary, and only your love gonna make it right. I close the curtain, sweating, shaking all over. Imagine you're here. I'm looking up at the door. I'm a better man with your love than without. Stuck in the cell, I may never make it out. In the morning, I'm wondering how I'm gonna get through the night. Sick and weary, and only your love gonna make it right. Yeah, only your love, only your love. Only your love, only your love. Just a little, take me along the way. Won't you visit? Won't you stop by to stay? I'm a better man with your love than without. In the cell, I may never.
Yeah, there was just nothing really enticing or appealing about that one for me. Could have gone in on up, but I don't know. I'm seeing the order book, and I'm like, God, if anybody sells right now, you know, it's going to shift majorly, and it's just too close to the strike. So could have made some money there, but you know, for my strategy, I don't. That was kind of a pass. I don't. I didn't really like the conditions on that one. So yeah, I think that we are, especially if it stays like this. This is maybe the slowest. Well, that there's about a 5 minute, about a 10, 15 minute period in there where maybe the slowest I've ever seen it on Bitcoin. But yeah, when it's slow like this, I think waiting as long as possible is a smart move. Not seeing a lot of movement, especially when it looks like it's going to be down, but it just doesn't go anywhere. So we may just, be at the bottom of the, support, and we're going to just start bouncing back because there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of interest in selling at the moment. Like that should drop right there. In an active market, that would drop like crazy. Just that order book looking looking for sure down right now, but it's not going down. Nobody's selling. Like it's not happening. Last 3 minutes have been the sweet spot. Let me see here. Limber, welcome back. Been making money today thanks to you, man. Thanks. Well, my pleasure. I'm glad this strategy's been working for you today. It's pretty good conditions for it, especially if you can be patient and wait, and you're super sure. But I mean, this one ended up kind of right, almost back where it started, and yeah, not really ideal for the last minute hold. But anyway, the conditions currently are, super slow. No real interest in selling, doesn't look like. Moderate interest in buying, but yeah, there's not a lot. It's pretty quiet. California. Say some calls. I don't know what that means. Made $1 on that one. Nice. Could have made 2, but I got cold feet. I think having cold feet on that one was a smart thing, to be honest. That was pretty tight the whole way. So, yeah, I don't blame anybody for being cautious on that one. I wanted nothing to do with it. I'm just looking for a little positive down action because the order book is getting filled up with asks, pushing the price down, but ain't nobody selling. So just made the extra $1. Got it during the drop. I'm trying to figure out, is it Loran? Is that the way to address you? Loran? Lorani? Let's make some money for sure. Up or down? Dr. Fizz, I don't know. Well, still don't have the strike on the screen, so I got to refresh. I thought it looked like for a while Kalshi had that fixed. It is auto advancing, but sometimes the strike is not coming up right away. 64.18 is the strike. That's real tempting to get in on that down now. Yeah. Let's see if it drops a little bit. I'm going to put in a bid at 55. 22 at 55. Let's see if we get any kind of drop. I can't see it happening, but there it is. Okay. 63. There's my number. But now I got to ask, do I want it? Yeah, I don't know. I think the general thing for right now is wait and see. Wait and see what's going to happen here. Lorani? All right. Do you recommend putting 99 cents as limit price? I do that if I just want to make sure I get placed immediately, because it won't give me 99 cents as my bid. So I tend to bid at 99 cents if I want to make sure I don't mind paying the Kalshi fees. I just want to make sure I get placed. If I'm trying to get a better price, I'll put that on the board if I'm sure I want that price. Once that down crossed over the line, I was less interested in putting up a 55 bid. So yeah, I mean, people be buying right now. It's low enough that it's tempting to people. There's no real sell energy going on, so it's rising despite what the order book would lead you to believe. But yeah, so I do the 99 just to get the best price available, and then usually once I get my thing, I set a take profit. If it's late, I do like 99.9. I always do a take profit. I never let it go to the end. It's worth the 0.1 cent loss to guarantee, before the end you're done. And then, stop loss, I just kind of get ready to, I do the opposite, right? I put up 1 cent, and if it drops to a point I don't like, I press it, and it doesn't give me 1 cent. It gives me the current best, selling price. So it's basically the same thing if I switched over instead of doing a limit bid. It would just be the same as bidding with dollars or shares, because all that's going to do is give you the best price available that's already on the market, and you're going to pay Kalshi fees on both sides. So I don't mind doing it, especially with this strategy where I'm, the strategy I've been doing up until now, which is kind of ride the wave, get in when it's moving and grab 10, 15 cents, something like that. In that situation, I want to get in, make sure I get in, and then, I'll set my take profit for 10, 15 cents above that. But yeah, let's see. Okay, 33. It's only 15 above, which seems like a lot right now. I mean, it seems like an eternity away given the current market conditions. So, yeah, I mean, up at 71 is a decent price right now. I mean, given what I'm seeing. I keep thinking it's going to drop, but there's just nobody cooperating with that mindset. So we may just be kind of bottoming out on the price, and it's nobody wants to sell this low. So we got buyers coming in, raising the price up. So yeah, 36. Now we're almost 20 away. And again, in these conditions, 20 away is very significant. Let's see. I stopped loss today twice. Doing it like that saved me for sure. Oh, good. I'm really glad to hear that. That sometimes the hardest message to deliver is the one nobody wants to hear. Everybody just wants to win. Like, tell me which side to pick. Up or down. Like, what is it? So I can make money. The real response is learn how to do a strategy, learn how to take a good loss, learn how to sit out of a market if it's not for you, if it doesn't fit your strategy. So yeah, I think right now I'm going to start moving toward, like you said, kind of the last 3 minute or last 5 minutes, start thinking about it. Last 3 minutes, get a little bit more serious, perhaps. But yeah, these are tight margins, and so all it takes is one person coming in and deciding they want to do something to kind of really throw it all off. But that's the thing about on the weekend, the institutional players are kind of on the sidelines a little bit more. We're dealing with more individual investors. So the prices move slowly because not many of us can buy one Bitcoin, much less, 14 or whatever gets on the board. So, yeah, boy. That down 45 looks appealing. Sure, doesn't it? Like, dang. Based on that order board, it really does, but it's like based on what I'm seeing with like action, it's hard to commit to it because it's like it just doesn't seem to want to move down no matter what the order book looks like. So being patient and waiting, I think in order for me to go down, it'd have to cross the line at least 10 probably for me to get in at this point. If it's going to stay within 5 on either side, I'm probably going to sit this one out again. Okay, there's the drop almost across the line. So I'm kind of breaking my rules right now. I said I wouldn't talk while I'm trading, but these conditions are so quiet that it's like I'm mostly just watching what's happening. I have no really strong impulse to be a part of this yet. So only 5 away, a little bit higher now. This may be a time where I should add Kraken on the board just to see what's going on over there because it's so quiet over here. And like the price on Coinbase is lower than the other exchanges. So CF Benchmarks has it at 24 right now, and it's 19 on Coinbase. So might add in Kraken just to see 2 exchanges on the board. Well, yeah, it's so rare to have like a 69-cent option with 3 minutes to go. Yeah, boy. Yeah, these are tough conditions for me because the order book I'm looking at is telling me down, strong down. We're in a downtrend. The order book is thin for bids on Coinbase. So everything tells me down except it ain't going down. So that's why I say we're at the whim of rich people, making decisions. So now it's starting to get a little clear. And God, I still don't see any selling happening. It's just hard to pull a trigger when you're only less than 10 away and you're risking 85 cents per contract. Yeah, I'm out. I'm going to sit it out. Once it gets to 2 minutes, I'm like, if I haven't made a decision by now it gets really dicey at the end. So, all right, let's see. Just subscribed. Thank you, Justin. Appreciate you helping grow those numbers. I'm so grateful for all the, I'm guessing it might be 345 people now that are with me here on this journey of learning. If you guys want to support the live, it's only got 2 likes right now, so I really appreciate if you go over there and just hit that like real quick. And yeah, if you feel like hitting some emojis, that's nice. I appreciate that. Leave a comment. We're up to 346 now. So, and thanks to whoever hit the like there. I appreciate you. How many wins you have? Well, for today, my win percentage is probably 70%. I'm kind of break even. It's just been taking a few. I got up really good for a while there, but now that it's gotten like kind of stagnant, I'm a little bit more hesitant. So I'm not. I haven't been involved in the last 2 markets just because they don't really fit the description of what I get in on. So I'm just being patient, waiting for a little bit more breathing room here, a little bit more movement for the order book to start making some more sense. I'm going to add in Kraken. It's going to make it a little bit more challenging for me to manage that screen, but bear with me while I adjust the size of this so it can get both of them in there. And I probably need to, anyway, let me work on this. I'll be right back. Well, I don't love that formatting, but that'll work for now. Yeah. Now let's get back to trading. I'm gonna go silent for a little while. Let me check the comments here real quick before I do. A question from Justin, which I always appreciate. Thank you. Do you have a tool that helps you know to go down or up? Yep. The price compared to how much time is left is my main decision tool.
catch your breath. Take a minute, pass your test. Take it easy, take a step. Take a seat and be my guest. I did it all, I played pretend. I moved the mountains to be your friend. I wanna know if it mattered. I would have gone to war for you. I would have bent the earth in two just to get to our ever after. Something about this has changed. I wanna feel you close again. Don't let go. No, I don't want this to end. Whoa. Remember the start when
Yeah, I had to bail. That was kind of frustrating because look, it's most likely going to finish down. But I set my stop loss. I had it at 64,010. When it crossed that line, I had to bail. So I had too many contracts on the line to mess around with that one. So I take a little loss. Kind of annoying because that seemed like a really good opportunity. I just needed to stay a little bit farther away to feel comfortable. Yeah, and that's fine. Again, a lot of my job that I'm working on improving is doing a stop loss when I lose the edge, when I feel the position is in danger. So, and yeah, it's tight here at the end, and it's been tight, three in a row. So I was hoping to just stay, around 64,000. I would have definitely stayed all the way to the end, but um, yeah, just kind of an annoying one there because we're getting a lot of that because it's just kind of staying right around the strike point. So hopefully we start getting a little bit of movement as the night goes on. Um, Give us a little bit more cushion to feel safe. But yeah, to be here at the end within 5-2, it's just like yeah, it's dicey right now, real dicey. So yeah, it was a good bail, Limber. So good work. And you need to hear that like that's a smart decision. Like I did the same thing. It's just like um, maybe we would have made it on the down position, but you know that's not the strategy to wait till the last second and make 50-50 chance we might make it. Like that's the definition of gambling. Oh, hold on. I have a stray cat visitor, so I've become the cat dad of the neighborhood here. So I got to feed this stray cat that's hungry. I'll be back.
the shadows play. Yeah, the porch light burn uneven, keep the night from drifting away. If this ain't heaven, it'll do for today.
You say you need your space, then pull me close. I read your silence, louder than most. One day you're warm, the next day you're cold. Got me second guessing what I already know. I give you love, but you ration yours. You open up just to close the door. Just to close the door. I stay up late, trying to read your mind. I can't read your mind, but your love for rules that change all the time. Change all the time. Why are you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin. So why you always halfway in? Halfway in. You hit me up when the nights get slow, but then disappear when the highs get low. I ain't your maybe. Tell me what it is, 'cause I'm way too grown to be messing with a love like this. I give you love, If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin. So why you always halfway in? Why you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin. So why you always halfway in? Halfway in.
One, two, three, four. Well, I chipped my tooth on a tangerine, and the jaybird singing something about the way things used to be. Now I'm dancing on a wire like a cheap paper tiger, strumming on a heartstring stereo to a song that no one knows, and it goes like this. Hey, hey, yeah, said it goes like this. Say la vie, oh, don't ask me, 'cause it goes like this. Yeah. So I pack my bags and I'm on my way. And all my friends are upside down, but I get around okay. Now I'm dancing on a tightrope, oh, like some silly little psycho. Only one way out of this two-lane town, and around we go, and it goes like this. Oh yeah, say it goes like this. Say la vie, oh, don't ask me, 'cause it goes like this. Oh, 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 oh. Say la vie, oh, don't ask me, 'cause it goes like this. One, two, three, four.
Another day, another break in the promise was always a pattern of mine. It's the way that I learned that the game, it was only a matter of time. And I pray that I don't live to pay for it yet, but I'm willing to gamble on a bet. I'm willing to forgive and forget. Say one thing to me and another and swear it's over the best. Cut out the toxic people telling me to give it a rest. I'm not too sensitive, you just don't have a heart. But I continue to enter the ringer while I'm falling apart. It's a habit I wanna break, like a thieving band, and it's on display. And you pull me in, I can't look away. Nothing matters, it's a pattern. Oh well, didn't mean to do it again, but I wasted my time. What the hell? Am I laughing or crying, or am I tiptoeing the line? So bad, didn't learn to be better and standing up for myself. Just telling people to go fuck themselves. Oh, it's a habit I wanna break, like a thieving band, and it's on display. And you pull me in, I can't look away. Nothing matters, it's a pattern. Oh, it's a habit I wanna break, like a thieving band, and it's on display. And you pull me in, I can't look away. Nothing.
Oh, sorry about that. That cat has been hanging around my property for 6 months, and was too scared to come close. And tonight, hungry enough to come close. So, got a nice bowl of food. That cat just ate about 2 days worth of food. So, evidently, very hungry. So, but that cat's all taken care of. My cat is afraid of this cat, so We'll see. There may be some drama tonight. Not sure. But anyway, we're back, and I think what I'll be doing here is kind of back to the normal strategy. I'll talk. I'll be in the chat, hanging out with you guys until about the 8-minute mark or so, and then I'll focus just on the trade that's at hand. So, how the market's looking? Hey, Carlos. The markets are slow. We do look like we've got a bit of a uptrend, maybe perhaps forming. Doesn't seem like anybody wants to sell right now, so the price is slowly rising as people buy at this number, but the volume is pretty low. So this is a blowout at $36. So I missed it because I was out with the cat, but we're back now. So yeah, hope somebody made some money on that one. Looks like it was fairly determined, or, had a good possibility there. So we're back. Always makes me happy to. I've always been such a dog person, and I had no desire to have a pet of any kind. I was so happy to just be by myself, chilling out in the woods, and then this rescue came into my life, and it's like, now I'm a cat person. Now all the cats come to me. Like, I've got 2 strays that kind of I feed whenever they need it, and once the weather turns rainy here, I imagine my place is going to be filled with cats. So I don't mind. I mean, I've gotten used to it. I have fallen in love with this rescue cat that I've got as a kitten and has raised since, basically she was a baby. So, yeah, I've become a cat dad. All right, so we've got uptrend continuing. Let me look at the chart here real quick, update that. Yeah, so we're pretty mid on the chart, but we do have an uptrend, pretty sustained now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a slight down in that 6 in a row trend, but mostly up for 6 in a row. And since I trust the down based on this order book more, it makes sense that I've been sitting out. So we've got an uptrend. I can start maybe believing in it. There's definitely, even despite what's happening on the order book, there's very little down pressure happening. But this one is slightly down. I do need to update the screen. It's a little wonky. Let me do that. All right, that looks a little bit better. So yeah, down. Seems like we got a little bit of down energy going. Do we trust it though? That's the question. Do we trust this down energy? You know what? What the hell? Let's do it. All right. In at 64, basically. And I'm not, what am I going to do here? Let's set it just for now at 99, whoops, 99.9. Just to have it on the board ready to go. I'm not supposed to be talking while I trade. And for those of you who haven't seen me do take profit and stop loss before, so I'm looking at the number. We're at 50 and 64. If it gets to 60, I need to sell. But I'm also thinking, you know what? Maybe take this win. I don't know. I'm going to hold on for a minute here, because that order book is strongly in my favor. We're already down. The order book would have to change pretty dramatically to have an up happen. There we go. A little more. Keep going. Just make it a blowout. Make it a nice, real solid win. Yeah, 48 feels like forever away right now. But I'll move up my stop loss now to like 55. If it goes back to 55, I got to sell. Hoping we just keep going on this downtrend. The order book is strongly in our favor for down. And I think what I'm going to do is like, 185 is good. I think I'm just going to try and be patient. There's nothing, no indicator that there's much up potential. Well, there it is right there. All right, so I'm gonna get out just because it got on the board here, and we'll do 79. Yeah. So I got the win. Doesn't mean necessarily I'm done, but it allows me to have a win under my belt, and there's still 8 minutes to go. So I may come back in on this one. But I saw that big bid come in at 2.1 Bitcoin, which could push things up. It'll definitely make it harder for the price to go down. Kind of a stalemate right now. There's orders all over the price line, but definitely more now on the bottom, on the bid side. Pretty mellow. If I did get in, if that order does drop, I'm going to be ready to buy if that bid falls away. Here's 99. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I'm being aggressive, but not that aggressive. All right. And so I'm just ready to buy with one click if I see the order book kind of change a little bit better in my favor, or time gets closer to being done. right now we got kind of a stalemate. People are buying Bitcoin, selling Bitcoin, but it's small amounts, and it's not moving the price at all. So time is the ally for the down position, so the price is rising. But all that would have to happen to make it a kind of a lot more confident thing is that 2.2 green bar over there on the order book. If that disappears, this could drop fairly significantly. So we'll see. I'm not really interested in being involved if it just kind of stagnates right here until like the very end. And there it goes. So we're at 92 cents now. Only 20 away. See, for me, once I've got a win, I'm a lot more cautious about coming in. But boy, that order book looks pretty strong. 5 minutes to go. Okay, that's kind of good. That might lower the price. Yeah. Is it going to move any more? Yeah, it's only 10 away. So I think I just need to chill out, kick back, relax, and wait for the next one, because I've already got the win under my belt. And this is just tight. Now the order book heavily favors up, or it did for a half a second there. I think it heavily favors up right now. So yeah, it's kind of a dangerous position to down at the moment. Price is at 54. The strike is 64, so 10 away. 11. But that order book is kind of ominous. We do have a blockade at, okay, now it's at 54 is a kind of a blockade. So, boy, only 9 away, but there's only 3 minutes to go. It's tempting. It is tempting. But yeah, I'm going to pass. That's too close of a margin for me. So I've been talking quite a bit, and let's see, where are we at here? We got 6 likes on the stream, on the live stream so far. So thank you to the 6 people that did that. And let me see if I can update how many subscribers we got now. 346. All right. Thanks to all of you who are here hanging out with me. If you'd like to give a like to the stream and maybe hit some emojis, that's always appreciated. I know people tend to bail when the streamer asks for support, but hey, whatever, dude. See you later. So yeah, that's a pretty much done deal, I would say now. It's crazy to say that with only less than 20 away, but yeah, there's only a minute and 45 left. The order book is strongly pointing down, so that's kind of a done deal. Carlos is still here. All right, 23-cent win. What are you? What's your P&L? Are you up for the last 24 hours? Yeah, that was a good 1% increase on my portfolio. That market right there. So love to stack up the $2.44 wins. Hopefully we can. We've been doing that. I've been doing that all day. I just keep getting the sneaky loss. It's like getting the rug pulled out from underneath me. All right, I'm going to take a break from chatting and turn you back over to the music. But good luck on this next market. Lock in. It's these markets are kind of lulling us to sleep, but there are opportunities here. Just got to be patient and look for the right moment to grab your scalping, your 5, 10, 15-cent scalp.
Don't know if I can find my way out. In this tiny and everything is gone uptight. Fall into the ocean. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching out. The water is rising over me. The water is rising. It's coming. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching out. The water is rising over me. The water is rising. I'm reaching. It's coming. I'm reaching. The water is rising over me. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching. It's coming. The water is rising over me. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching. It's coming.
Anywhere, anyway, baby, just name the time. When I'ma come through, can you got me cruising under moonlight? Top down, playing new sounds while the wind blows over it. Checking my maps, heading a stack, keep it intact. Do me a favor, girl. Can you keep it warm for me, keep it on for me like a shower? I need it to run for me, hold it down till I'm pulling up. I finally made it, girl. And I'm at the door, see you walking up to me, and you got something that's showing what's underneath. Still you expect me to make it do pleasantries, baby, I'm yours.
All right, that one, we got a long way to go if there's still opportunities on this one, but I got my take profit to hit, so I'm good on this one. Clawing back. I'll take it. That's one of the advantages of getting in early on kind of a 50 cent or 40 cent in these kind of conditions, especially if the order book looks like this, which is heavily pushing down. Like, there's definitely somebody, some entity coming in and throwing 1 or 2 Bitcoin right on the line for the red side pretty consistently. And so it's definitely a lot of pressure down. So if you get in early and, you know, see that set up on the board, now it's kind of reversed on us, but, you know, you can get a nice little push. The problem in these conditions that makes it tricky is that it's so quiet that you can have the order book look however you want, but if nobody's going to buy or sell, if nobody's going to take an offer that's on the board, you know, the price is just going to sit there. So it's kind of what we're seeing a lot. Thanks, Limber. Appreciate it. Yeah, I kind of been going back and forth between like 210 and 230 for a little while now. Not losing really, but not advancing too much. So hopefully this weekend, you know, get a little bit more movement, get some sure wins at the end. But you know, you got to be patient wait for the right moment. So I do like this strategy of, you know, riding the momentum if there's some momentum. But if it's just, you know, stagnant like this, it's kind of like, Well, let me check the chart, because up has a bit of momentum now. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely on an uptrend. That could be kind of a, you know, a peak that falls back down, but there's definitely not many people interested in selling at this moment. A lot of people saying, I'll buy some. You almost tailed me? But again, I got cold feet, plus my small bank roll right now. Yeah, I get it. And, you know, probably the more prudent play is waiting to the end. I'm kind of doing the opposite of the wait to the end strategy. Just trying to scalp early. But yeah, kind of waiting, biding your time, waiting for the moment where you're like, okay, pretty solid here. We are 20 above the line. 6.5 minutes to go. The only thing that worries me about up in this moment is the order book is so heavy on top. And in general, I've grown to be very suspicious of up. Just another guy that I trade with, that's kind of our motto, is like, you know, beware of the up. You know, that comes from a year of Bitcoin being in a bear market. You know, Sometimes the up is a little fragile. So today been wild. Carlos, man, I missed my first dollar opportunity holding too long. Oh, you held it down too long? Oh, yeah. That sucks. I've been calling you Corian, but I see it's Coriante, right? Is that how you say your name? It has been pretty wild today. It's kind of a normal Friday afternoon. Saturday tends to be kind of like this too. Not a lot of movement. Everybody's off doing their weekend thing. The institutions are kind of weekend off, you know. So the movements are slow. And today it's been kind of right around the target number. So it's been a little dicey. But yeah, that's my thing up is probably solid. I mean, that's a long way away for this market. But I'm super cautious with up, especially with this order book like this. I mean, all we've seen tonight is just very little energy going down ever since we started this uptrend. So regardless of what the order book looks like, there doesn't seem to be much push in the downward direction. So up, yeah, and the price reflects that right now. It's 97 cents. So yes, and I'm surprised you got it right. Usually people just stick with Coriante. That's a nice name. I like that. Well, people have been asking me today, what should I call you? Larry was like, what should I call you? And so I'll go by my artist name, which is Seven. Seven Streams is my artist name, and I record music. You can find it on all platforms, but you can just call me Seven if you want to, if you want to mention my name, if you want to direct toward me. Basically the number 7. So. So yeah, I'm gonna move into getting ready for the next market. There's a big shoot up right there. I'm gonna move to get ready for the next market, and I wish you guys luck on the next one. Keep an eye on that order board, but we just seem to have a breakout in the up direction going on. Oh, nice. I was thinking about that last night. I put half of it on a tennis match, but it became like a super stressful deal. So it's like I'm out. But I've been thinking about doing that too. I'll probably put it on my Detroit Tigers tomorrow to just get the sweep against the Royals. But yeah, I've been thinking about using that bonus as well.
Said you beat my heart's home. Guess you were fighting your turn to go. Oh, I really should've known. Be with enemy till we hit a red light. Then I see the sun. Kalshi. Yeah, you switch things up, now you seem better than me. But was that even for? Was you playing your games? Was you really bored? No. Oh, I really should've known. Be with enemy till we hit a red light. Didn't see the signs. Oh, after all that time, this is it for us. You don't wanna try. Thought your love was real, but it's not for us. No, you can't decide. Oh, 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 oh. After all this time, this is it for us. After all this time, this is it for us. After all this time, this is it for us. Oh, I really should've known. Be with enemy till we hit a red light. Didn't see the side. Oh, after all that time, this is it for us. You don't wanna try. Thought your love was real, but it's not for us. No, you can't decide. Oh, 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 oh. After all this time, this is it for us.
Sun is falling, speed in the black. Nobody driving, we're in the back to the end of the world. Tides will rise, tides will fall with the gravity of you to the end of the world. Fortune teller, deck in her hand. Fool arcana lifts arms of land. The gravity of you. The gravity of you. Tides will rise, tides will fall. It'll always be true. Tides will rise, tides will fall. There's nothing we can do. How many suns we don't know. Our supernova tells us when we have to go.
So I'll just share my thoughts on what I'm seeing on the chart and on the order book. And I'll answer, Carlos, I'll answer your question here after this one's done, so I can give it the full treatment here. But we're kind of at the top of the Bollinger Band, which would generally favor a return down. But there's a lot of, energy on the low side pushing up right now. So I'm hesitant about the down. I kind of want to see what this market does just to make a decision, because when you hit the top of the Bollinger Band like this, it can reverse or start going sideways. So we just had a big up, and that's why nobody's buying right now, because they're looking at the chart and going, it's likely going to drop here. So may have a little bit of a stagnation before a fall. And I'm kind of talking myself into a wager here, so I'll be back. Yeah, I got a little more than 10 cents on that one, so I thought it was time to be done. It looks like it's going to be fine all the way to the end to 99.9, but I wanted to come in and answer this question and not have to worry about that position. So, made $1 off this one. Not great, but it was a safe bet. Hey, a win is a win, Limber, and there ain't, that return on investment is hard to get in any other investment tool. So, okay, I don't know if I'm reading Tape Surf right, but wherever the bars get bigger on either selling, buying, is when it favors that side. So it's kind of counterintuitive in some way. It's actually the opposite. So, let's see if I can explain this. So let's just talk about the red, which is people asking. They're asking somebody to pay this price. I've got these shares. I'm asking this amount, right? Well, if you got a big chunk there, somebody may come in and say, okay, I want to buy 17 Bitcoin right now, which that would eat up all those orders. But it's much more likely when it gets thin, see this really thin on the bottom, there's hardly anything there right now. That's, if anybody sells right now or takes the bid that's on the board, even like 1 Bitcoin would drive it down like 15, like immediately. So if it's thin on one side, it tends to move in that direction, the price. Because any kind of activity on that side of taking that bid, any amount is going to move the price. Whereas the bigger the price is, or the bigger the amount of shares there are at a certain price, the harder it is for the market to chew that up, especially when it's quiet like this and it's mostly individual traders. Not many of us can just go buy 1 Bitcoin, Most of us are buying 0.002 Bitcoin or something like that, So just think of it as like the more that's there, the bigger the bars, the more it wants to push the other direction. And and if you get big bars on one side, thin bars on the other, then it really wants to go. It doesn't guarantee that it will. That's the thing to keep in mind. It does not guarantee that's going to happen. Everything, that's just what's on the board. Everything is necessitated to have somebody decide to either sell or buy at the given price in a given moment. So we can't see that. We can't read people's minds and when they're going to make their decision to buy or sell. But when it's really stacked on one side and really thin on another, chances are that it'll move toward the thin side. I hope that makes sense, and let me know if you have questions about that. Because it was counterintuitive to me. I always thought it was, well, it'll move toward the bigger amount, right? Because there's more there. But it's actually the opposite. What you see on the board is, and right there, just because that's what you see on the board, somebody can just come in and say, screw it, I'm gonna buy 30 Bitcoin right now, and regardless of what's on the board, it just eats through it. So you take reading the order book with a grain of salt. It's only one exchange. It's only a snippet of time, but it does give you a tendency. What's more important is what's actually happening in the market. Are people buying? Are they selling? What's the price action? That's what's most important. But we try to read the tea leaves a little bit with thin and heavy. But yeah, always keep in mind we're at the at the mercy of rich people just making decisions, regardless of what the order book says. They're not. They're just like, oh, what's it at? 64, 127. Yeah, I'll buy. I think I'll buy like 1,000 right now. Like that's those markets that like go up, 250 points in one market. So I'm glad that makes sense, and I'm going to go back into trading mode. Um, yeah, everything with the charts um, and the order book and all that, it's just, it's something to consider, and it may give you a slight edge on, what might be coming, but it doesn't guarantee that that's going to happen. Just always keep in mind that, um, it can surprise you, and it's all at the mercy of just some entity deciding it's time to sell or it's time to buy.
Let the porch light burn uneven. Let the shadows play. Yeah, the porch light burn uneven. Keep the night from drifting away. If this ain't heaven, it'll do for today.
This simple need your space, then pull me close. I read your silence, louder than most. One day you're warm, the next day you're cold. Got me second guessing what I already know. I give you love, but you ration yours. You open up just to close the door. I stay up late, trying to read your mind. I can't read your mind, but your love got rules that change all the time. Why are you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin. So why you always halfway in? You hit me up when the nights get slow, but then disappear when the highs get low. I ain't your maybe, tell me what it is, 'cause I'm way too grown to be messing with a love like this. I give you love, but you ration yours. You open up just to close the door. You stay closing doors. I stay up late, trying to read your mind. I can't read your mind, but your love got rules that change all the time. Why are you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin. So why you always halfway in? Why you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin. So why you always halfway in?
One, two, three, four. Well, I chipped my tooth on a tangerine, and the jaybird singing something about the way things used to be. Now I'm dancing on a wire like a cheap paper tiger, strumming on a heartstring stereo to a song that no one knows, and it goes like this. Hey, hey, yeah, said it goes like this. Say la vie, oh, don't ask me, 'cause it goes like this. Yeah.
Well, this one is a little too close for comfort for me, but I thought I'd come in and Tan, what are you struggling to get? Feel free to ask questions if you're not understanding anything. Uh, Happy to do my best to try to explain what we're looking at and what the strategy is and all that good stuff. So, if there's anything I can help you with, if you have any specific questions you want to ask, I'm happy to look at those and try to give you my best answer. And while we wait for that, if we got 6 likes on the live tonight, I really appreciate it if you guys are enjoying this content, if you appreciate me doing this 6 to 8 hours a day, and you find some value in what I'm offering. A like and a subscription would be wonderful. I hope I can earn that subscription from you tonight. And yeah, just a friendly dude sitting here trying to help on something that I've spent the last year as a hobby learning predictive markets and focusing a lot on this one. So I try to help as much as I can and try to shed some light on this thing we're looking at here. So if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm always happy to try and be helpful and shed some light on what's going on here. So I'll talk through it just in general. So we've got Kalshi obviously on the left side of the screen. That's where we're making our investments at. You can consider that chart on the screen behind. It's a running average, so it's not in the moment. So you may notice that the price doesn't exactly make sense to what's happening on the chart, but that's because what's happening in that white box with that big number in it, that's the number that everybody's looking at to see where we're at in the moment. So that's the CF Benchmarks real-time index for Bitcoin. So when you see the price change on Kalshi and the graph hasn't changed yet, that's why. Everybody's reacting, and it's people and trading bots all reacting in real time to that CF Benchmarks number. So the most important thing really on the screen is how much time is left and how far away from the target number we are, and that's based on what's in that white box. So that number compared to the target number to beat and assessing how much time is left. So that's how we're kind of figuring out this stuff. We're using, I've got the chart, the trading view chart on the board for 15 minutes candles. And I've got Bollinger Bands and RSI. They're just two different indicators that you can use to try to read the tea leaves of what might be coming. What traders are always looking at is support and resistance. Support being the bottom where the kind of the limit of where you can, sell at, and then the rebound to the limit of how much people are willing to buy it for. So it goes back and forth, and those blue lines on that chart give you a sense of just generally where it's likely to be a resistance point, where the market is going to tend to struggle to get past that line, and it will most likely want to go back in the other direction or go sideways or sometimes ride up the side of that line. But it does give you a sense of kind of an always updating, a constantly updating idea of where support and resistance are. So right now we kind of hit the line on that large green line that went up, got real close to the top blue line. For a second, on the next one, it went over that line, That's that wick on that candle. But it ended up coming back, and that's that resistance point. It went over, but then the resistance kicked in and it came back down. Same thing happened on the next one. Went up, crossed the line, resistance, dropped back down. So that's kind of how to read that chart. There's support is underneath on the bottom line, resistance on the top. So an RSI is basically the same kind of thing. When the number on RSI gets to 70, that's usually the top resistance. It's going to tend to want to come back down. And 30 is the lower support number, kind of letting everybody know that the market is oversold. It's too cheap right now. And so that's when buying action starts happening again. So basically, you know, everybody's always trying to get the best deal, right? They're always trying to get in. They're trying to make the most money. So, and they're all reading the same charts. So when it gets to the top of that line, all the traders are knowing we're probably going to see a pullback right now. Like it's probably coming. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy in many ways because that will tend to happen. And it's a tool that traders can use to know when to get in and when to get out, when to buy, when to sell. Basically, you want to buy when it's down here at the bottom of this Bollinger Band line on the chart, and you want to sell when it's up here at the top of that Bollinger Band line. And buying drives the price up, selling drives the price down. So kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy in the charts. And, you know, I always say there's no accounting for like rich people just deciding to do something with their money that nobody can predict. So like all those charts and everything, grain of salt, like you can't 100% rely on them because of the human factor, you know. But anyway, everybody's looking at the same chart, and they're making their decisions based on those charts. So that's why there's a tendency for that support and resistance to be effective as a prediction tool. So anyway, there's my best attempt at explaining the chart. And there's a lot of indicators you can use. Those are just the two that I like the most. And then last is the order book, and we're looking at Coinbase. We tried to use we tried to bring in Kraken and use that one as well, but it seems like Coinbase is a better barometer of where we're at, where the market is at, and where it might move. So we're focused on the Bitcoin market on Coinbase, and that's the order book that we're looking at, which is the red and green horizontal lines, bar graph. So anyway, that's my best attempt to describe everything that's on the screen, and I know there's plenty of lurkers here. We got 13 people in the room who may not feel comfortable asking a question, so I try to review that occasionally just to like give you an opportunity to get a sense of what you're looking at, what's going on. I'm going to turn off the microphone, turn up the music, and focus on trading this market.
She was looking out that window on the bus to second grade. The first step she'd ever take, the first cut from a heartbreak. Been through it all, but now it's time to go our separate ways. There's a first for everything, like her hand holding mine. Now I'm left here with the pain from her I love you goodbye. And was a first for everything, like her hand holding mine. Now I'm left here with the pain from her I love you goodbye. And though it hurts to watch my baby girl become the woman she would be, the thing that I forgot would set her free. I taught her how to leave.
In the morning, I wake up feeling no pain. Long stretches, I get to remember it. Then I see my bed is empty on one side. Back in the sheet, only place I can hide. In the morning, I'm wondering how I'm gonna get through the night. Sick and weary, and only your love's gonna make it right. I close the curtain, sweating, shaking all over. Imagine you're here. I'm looking up at the door. I'm a better man with your love than without. Stuck in the cell, I may never make it out. In the morning, I'm wondering how I'm gonna get through the night. Sick and weary, and only your love's gonna make it right. Yeah, only your love, only your love. Only your love, only your love. Just a little, take me along the way. Won't you visit? Won't you stop by to stay? I'm a better man with your love than without. In the cell, I may never make it out. And in the morning, I'm wondering how I'm gonna get through the night. I'm sick and weary, only your love's gonna make it right.
Well, that ended up being too close for me at the end. I thought I'd hang out and just see if it would shoot down and I could snag a little bit more profit, but you know, a win is a win. Only 60 cents, but it's a win, and yeah, that's just too close to hang in there in the last 2 minutes. It could really do anything. So took my little profit and moving on. Not too exciting, and yeah, these conditions are pretty rough because it's so tight. It's right on the line, just getting off a little bit in both directions, and based on the Coinbase order book, it could shoot down significantly at any moment, but there's just there's nobody, taking those bids. So, and taking the bids is those green lines. Those are bids that are on the board on Coinbase. Basically, somebody's saying, I'll buy at this price. And the sellers are saying, no, I'll sell at this price. And that's when the price is in between those two. So trying to do my best to explain this, but it's been pretty quiet tonight. I think our stands are taking the night off, and it's probably a good idea to just take the night off on this one. It's pretty tight, and I don't see this changing too much. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go until 11 p.m. Pacific time. So that's 2 more markets. I can go past that if we get a little bit more interaction in the chat and some emoji tapping. That lets me know that you value what I'm doing, and I should keep going. So just let me know if you support what I'm doing. You want to encourage me to keep going tonight. If not, no big deal. I'll wrap it up at 11 o'clock. So 2 more markets, and I'm going to go into trading mode. But while I'm gone, if you want to support the chat, please or support the stream. Please give it a like, tap the emojis, leave me a comment, subscribe if you really like what I'm doing.
Need a friend to shake me out again. Need a friend to shake me out again. I don't know if I can find my way out. In this tiny and everything is gone uptight. There's no fall into the ocean. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching in. The water is rising over me. The water is rising. It's coming. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching in. The water is rising over me. The water is rising. I'm reaching. It's coming. I'm reaching. Water is rising over me. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching. Water is rising. It's coming in. Water is rising over me. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching.
Anywhere, anyway, baby, just name the time. When I'ma come through, can you get me cruising under moonlight? Top down, playing new sounds while the wind blows over it. Checking my maps, heading a stack, keep it intact. Do me a favor, girl. Can you keep it warm for me, keep it on for me like a shower? I needed to run for me, hold it down till I'm pulling up. I finally made it, girl. And I'm at the door, see you walking up to me, and you got something that's showing what's underneath. Still, you expect me to make it do pleasantries, baby, I'm yours. Love what you got on, but I want it all for you. We can play a song while I'm holding on to you. Rubbing in the hallway, no use for all the rooms. So what you wanna do? And she told me, she said it's all for you. I did it all for you. Baby, it's all for you. No, no, no. She said it's all for you. I did it all for you. Baby, it's all for you. No, no, no. We could catch a vibe here on this trip. I'm in your soul, you're on my head. I want you at my fingertips all night, all night. Love what you got on, but I want it all for you. We can play a song while I'm holding on to you. Rub it in the hallway, no use for all the roads. What you wanna do? And she told me, she said it's all for you. I did it all for you. Baby, it's all for you. No, no, no.
Well, I know how you want it to seem, but we'll watch as it all plays out. From the crest of the wave that we broke upon, and pulled you back into the sea, all the way down. Why'd it take all our life to explain that it's more beautiful when you're here? I remember the light when I turned around and revealed all the truth, no escape. Point blank. Say it like it is this time for me to hear. Suddenly you felt all alone again, even in crowded rooms with all your friends. Where goes the time? All in front of you.
Well, that seems like the most sure thing of the night right there, that one. I tried to get in at 89 cents, and then I was thinking about maybe 95 with 100 shares. You know, that's how confident I would be in that one. But once it gets to 97, 98, it's like, it's just not worth the risk. Something crazy could happen. And yeah, so kind of decided to sit that one out. But I mean, if you want a almost guaranteed 1.5 cent per contract, it's hard to imagine this thing reversing over 100 given the current conditions. And this is surprising, kind of out of nowhere to have this big of a move down. I mean, we're kind of on a down trend, but that's a surprising amount of down. See how close we are now to the... Yeah, we've almost gone from the top of the Bollinger Band almost all the way down to the bottom. So, severe sell-off here. And, yeah, we'll see what happens. This is interesting development in the evening. But this is going to be upcoming, the last market of the night. Have quite a few people in the room, but just not enough interaction to... I can't really talk to nothingness, so not enough interaction, not enough support. So we'll do... It's no big deal. I'm not giving anybody a hard time about it. I know people like to be lurkers, and that's fine. But this will be the last one coming up. Your last chance tonight to ask questions. I'm happy to answer any questions you do have. I'm live every day from about 6 to 8 hours a day. I do. I'm on the West Coast, California, so I do noon to 4 p.m. somewhere in there. I do an afternoon session, and then from like 8 to 11 or 12, I do my evening session. So try to do that every day, and yeah, I do appreciate everybody that's been hanging out with me here tonight. And we got up to 346 subscribers. We're building quite a amazing community here. A lot of cool people showing up every day and hanging out, and a lot of familiar names in the house tonight. I think the conditions for the average trader in our group have been so poor that most people have just said, I'll come back some other time. So, yeah, it's... but things may change dramatically now that we've had a major move like that. We'll see how the market reacts. But, yeah, I've been kind of anticipating the down most of the night. And we're finally starting to see it. The order book has been giving us clues that the down is coming. But we're just... Yeah, Carlos, I'm appreciative of you, buddy. You're very supportive of me, and I appreciate all your comments and support. So it's growing fast. Just 2 weeks into this, and already a nice crew of people that enjoyed hanging out and trading these markets together. So yeah, let's do this last market of the night, and see if we can get a win to close it out. Is the down going to continue after that big run, or will we get a bounce back from buyers who see a low price and say, hey, I'll get in now?
energy. Yeah, you switch things up, now you seem better than me. But was that even for? Was you playing your games? Was you really bored? No. I really should've known. Be with that and right till we hit a red light. Then I see the signs. Oh, after all that time, this is it for us. You don't wanna try. Thought your love was real, but it's never was. No, you can't decide. After all this time, this is it for us. After all this time, this is it for us. After all this time, this is it for us. Oh, I really should've known. Be with that in mind till we hit a red light. Then I see the side. Oh, after all that time, this is it for us. You don't wanna try. Thought your love was real, but it never was. No, you can't decide. After all this time, this is it for us.
All right, for entertainment purposes, I'm going to do a little bit different than I normally do. Last one of the night, and we're gonna kind of let this ride. I've got the take profit set at 99.9. We're gonna stay in. The only way I'll get out is if it goes 20 above. So if it hits 64,000, I'll get out. But otherwise, I'm going to stay till the end, or 99.9 for my take profit. So we'll see if we can get the downtrend to continue here. It's kind of dicey, kind of iffy. It's been like that all night, so I might as well have some entertainment value. And if I lose, that's the key with all of this. Don't use money that you can't afford to lose. You know what I mean? So we'll give it a run. I started this bankroll with $100, so I'm already up double, and yeah, this is a pretty decent opportunity. There's a lot of down pressure on this market. There's a lot of order book pressure to push the price down. Just need a few people to sell, a few Bitcoin, and we'll be in good shape. We'll finish off with a big win. So, yeah, I don't normally do this. I usually just take my 10, 15 cent scalp. So normally I would just set a take profit at like 67 cents or maybe 70 cents, something like that. So, but on this one, we're going to hold all the way to the end. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be tight. It's been like that for the whole night. So, but might as well make it entertaining. The worst, a total debacle loss here for me is like $12 or something like that, 13, whatever. But yeah, it's about that much of a win if I hold till the end. So, hey, whoa, we like this. Hey, oh, we really like that. Oh. All right. Well, I'm going to ask you in the chat, should I take profit now or hold to the end? What do you think? Tell me in the chat what I should do. Take the sure win. What are we up? We'd be up like $5 on the day. Or hold even longer. Oh, it's dropping. I love to see this. Yes. Well, I basically got all of it. I'm gonna sell here. Yeah, 95 will be fine. That's a pretty sizable win if I get that 95, and there it is. So for me, $8.29 for my bankroll. That's like a 3% increase, 4% increase. Gotta love it. Limber, I'm so happy to see that this is working well for you. 40 win roll, my goodness. But what's funny is 2 or 3 losses could take everything. Yeah, I know how that goes. Yeah. $8 is real good. Yeah, I kind of broke from my normal thing to close the night off with a potential for a big win. And now I don't have to deal with any of the stress of the rest of this market. I got 95 out of the possible 100 and good to go. So thank you, market, for giving me a nice big downtrend to end the night. I really appreciate that. I want to thank all of you for joining me. If you're interested in what I'm doing, I've got some videos on strategies and just trying to orient people into how Kalshi predictive markets work and all that on my channel. I'm just getting started. I've just been kind of at this for a little bit, but have a really wonderful response from people, and it's been so nice to have so many nice, kind people show up, appreciate the information I'm giving them, and we're creating a nice, friendly, enjoyable community where people can come and ask questions and we can learn from each other. And so I'm having a blast with it. And I want to thank all of you who are a part of it. I will be back again tomorrow, right around noon, 1 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time. Have a great night, and I will see you next time.